Hi again, everybody. So, it's another week here in the old garage. And as you can see, I have already been working. I am already hot and sweaty and tired because I did a little bit of work off camera that I didn't want to record because I didn't know exactly how I was going to handle all of it, nor is it pretty. Well, for lack of a better way of putting it, I kind of pulled another card out of the old, another page, out of the old pole barn garage book, out of the old pole barn garage book, and well, it's not pretty, but it works. So we're gonna go with it. I didn't take any of the old floorboard out from underneath of it. I just literally screwed that down over top because, well, all it's really doing is just kind of stopping water from getting in. I know that's not the proper way to fix it, but this is also not a car that's worth a proper fix at the moment. It may be to someone else later on. It's not to me. So we did that. Now we're going to cover. This is what this week's video is going to be. Is we're going to try to make the interior a little bit more livable, and get it to where. Ooh, sorry guys. Get it to where it actually looks like a car on the inside and not a catch can bucket. So we're going to be basically bedlinering the floor to give it a little bit of texture, kind of hide the fact that it's as scaly rust as it is already, and to give it something easy to clean. And we're probably going to put some of that carpeting down on the inside of here, as well as put the door panels back on, probably put the handles on the outside of the car again, put seats in. I don't know exactly what set yet, and we're just going to kind of fog the inside of everything else black, so it's just one cohesive color across the entire inside of the car. I am up in the air on either putting the where did it go? Where did it go? There it is. Putting the stock seats in it because I have them, or putting these ones I have up here in that I believe are like out of a Saturn or something like that. If I can get these low enough, these would be more comfortable. Let me zoom back a little bit. These would be more comfortable, but I believe the other ones are going to hold up the weather better because of the fact that they're leather and those aren't. So it could go either way. Look at the Celica sitting there looking all pretty. It could go either way. We're going to test fit them both. Obviously, I know the one set works, but on how great the sliders are. The other set, I know everything works on. They're just not leather. So, that being said, let's hop in here. We're going to vacuum this side. Start putting the bed liner on that side. And maybe start fogging some of this black. So I need to go through and see what black paint I have. I'm going to try to use up a bunch of the extra stuff instead of going and buying more. So, alright, let's get started. Alright, clearly that is not perfect yet. If it doesn't need said, I'm going to say it anyway, even if it doesn't. Wear a mask when you're doing this. I don't have any laying around, oddly enough. So, but wear the proper safety equipment. This stuff smells bad. It's probably not good for you. No probably about it. It's not good for you. Especially when you already have lung problems. Probably shouldn't breathe it in. But yeah. But this is where we're going to stop with the painting for a minute. Mostly because that wiring needs something done with it before we go any farther. I want to get it into some sheathing. And I'm probably going to go and paint through some of these sections just to make sure I'm not going to cause any more damage to the wiring. Honestly, once the sheathing is on, if I paint over the sheathing, I kind of don't care. I just want the, I just want it protected for now. So the other thing I should probably do is get some more wiring ran quick, because I want speaker wires going to the back ran through that sheathing as well. So I should probably do that while I'm thinking of it. I'll do that off camera, because God knows y'all don't want to see me run any more wiring. Alright, it's been a little while later, obviously. And I think I have everything that needs to be painted black. Like I said, this was just more or less to give a little less contrast in the interior overall. That way, no matter what I do on the outside of the car, the inside of the car matches perfectly. So I don't have to worry about red here, there, and everywhere. Door jambs will be black. Everything will be black, so it's fine. Hang on, guys. That garage has a bit of an odor right now. But yeah, so at this point, now we're just going to wait for that to dry for a little while. And then I'll bring you guys back in, at this rate, probably tomorrow. That way we can do seats, door panels, all that after everything's dry. I'll probably try to do another coat on all of it. Get your butt out of the garage, please, baby. Skylar, come on. Get out of the garage. Hang on. Someone went in the garage and was refusing to come out because she could see a dead bug hanging from the ceiling. Silly girl. The bug was not alive. You didn't need to be scared. Yeah, me and her's going to set out here for a little while, let the garage air out a little bit. And I'll bring you guys back once it's a little drier and start showing you some of the other interior stuff we're going to put in. And I got to figure out where I'm putting all the speakers at, because I got 4 I want to put inside the car. Ooh. I want to put 4 inside the car and then 1 in the trunk. Because obviously, for some reason, I need thumpy thumps in the tiny car. So, yeah. I'll bring you back for that in a couple. Plus, I got to dig out the speakers. I'm going to just use up some stuff I got laying around. So, garage still smells. I have finished up for the night. You can maybe see there's still some paint fumes kind of lurking in the distance. I've went ahead and put some things on. Door handles on, trunk latches on. Wife went through, and let me get over here to it. The wife went around and rewrapped the steering wheel, so there's actually something decent to hold on to. I've got the door panels dug out. Found the door cap for the driver's side door, but not the passenger side door. And I've dug out radio and speaker options for the inside of the car. So tomorrow is going to be cleaning up the center console, getting that put on, figuring out the seats, putting the door panels on, putting speakers in, probably running some more wiring, that way I can get the radio done. And I don't know from there. We've got most of the wiring that needs to be running through the car. Ran through the car at this point now. So that's done. The only thing I'm just now thinking is I did not run audio jacks. So still need to do that. And see if I have a set to run. I don't think I do. I think I need to buy a set. So that'll be tomorrow. Hopefully by tomorrow night, this thing has a full interior that we can call good. So, but this so far is just a huge step forward for what it was even 24 hours ago. So I'm extremely happy with this. I'll just keep this pace up and get it done. They're standing back there waiting for me to shut the garage up so we can go inside. So I got to call it a night. And here's where we're at for the day. This isn't exactly the right stuff to use because it is for speaker boxes, but it's better than nothing. I'm laying it down here. I have some more on order, laying it down on both sides of the car, and from here I'm thinking about going ahead and doing it over the center hump as well, just to kind of cover this whole area. So I think that's going to look a lot better in the long run because it's not going to look rusty or crusty like it does currently. And it is hot out here today. I'm baking while doing this. I'll probably go ahead and turn the camera on for the other half. I wanted to have just a little bit of an idea of what I was doing, getting this section in before I went over there and started doing that section on camera. So yeah. But I think that right there in itself is going to make this whole thing look just a ton better. Even if I don't go ahead and do it over that, because I'm thinking about doing it over the hump and doing it over the sides here. I think just those two areas are going to make it look just loads better than it already does. And it's going to break up some of the black a little bit and, you know, give something to vacuum. And honestly, on this side, it covers up the fact that all that is the way it is, and it's less things to catch shoes on, catch feet on, all that. So I am going to do a little bit of work in that corner yet up there. Whew. Gorilla Glue is strong. Yeah, I'm going to fix that up there, and then I will try to bring you guys in to show you the other side. Whew. Warm day today. So I tried setting the camera up, and it didn't work very well, so I kind of gave up. There it is. It's glued down. It's in place. Not as good as it's going to get. I've got another section of it coming. I'm going to try to go over the hump with the other section, just because I think that's going to make the whole situation look better if the hump's done too. I really don't want to do anything else past that. So I thought about like trying to do all the side strips and stuff, but this wasn't as wide as I was hoping it was, to actually fill these as well as I was hoping. I have little bits left over, but it's not really enough to do much, so we're just not going to. And I think from here, next thing is going to be is start getting the door panels figured out and the wiring for those speakers figured out. So that's done. Door panels can go on. And then we'll move on to these back side panels. I want to get that done before I start putting seats in, and that needs done before seats go in. And unfortunately, that other piece of carpeting does not show up till about 5 o'clock today. I've got to get some other stuff done. Ow! In the meantime, that hurts. Why is that even in the trash? Ow! So I got to get some other stuff done in the meantime, and whew, it is hot today, guys. So yeah, we're going to focus on that for a little bit, and that I should be able to set the camera up and you guys can see it. So there are the door panels done. Ryan is looking for a cap for that door for me. But overall, that are those done. Speakers are mounted. Wires are hooked up to them. So that makes me relatively happy. Now the back is where things does start getting more complicated. I've been working on that a little bit here while I've been waiting for stuff to dry. And I just got to figure out how exactly I'm bolting that down. Yes. Huh? You should not be riding your scooter while drinking your chocolate milk. And you need to ride your scooter outside. We've been over this. The garage is too messy for you to be riding in here. So please take it outside before you get hurt, okay? Yeah, it's getting dark. So, you taking your scooter and riding it? All right. You finishing your milk first? Okay. You gonna ride your scooter now? Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, I caught that on camera.
Yeah.
You gonna ride it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're the one that put it there. Silly girl. Alright, so this is where we're at. I can't do any more with the carpet tonight because, well, that never showed up. That door panel, I don't have the top cap. I've put that side panel in. I'm not exactly happy with the speaker mount, but it'll work for now. I'm eventually going to have to pull them back apart, probably make new rear panels, and probably mount different speakers all together. Because when I bring you around to this side, this sucks because this is a brand new pair of speakers I just pulled out of the box. Yes, that would be red silicone. Because some dummy slipped and cracked the speaker. So, yeah. Let that be for a lesson for you guys. If you're getting frustrated with something, just step away from it for a couple. Don't try to force it to get it done. Because then things like that happen. And then you're really mad at yourself. The wife's idea, honestly, was probably the better idea. But I didn't want to cut into that part of the car. Her idea was to mount them into the back wall here. Then I could go with whatever size I wanted. Because I had some 6.5s I wanted to use instead of these, I think they're like 4x5s or something like that. So they were slightly bigger than what I put in the door. I wanted to put those back there. But I didn't want to cut into the wall. Partly because I didn't want to cut in there. And then have them sticking out into the trunk here. But ultimately, that was probably the way to go. It would have been simpler to do the wiring. It would have been simpler for everything. But no, I made it complicated. So I guess there's another lesson. I don't know, I guess listen to your wife sometimes. Shh, she don't know I said that. Alright, so here's where we are. I got the center console, at least the front part of it, set up, ready to go. I'm leaving the old cigarette lighter for now. I might swap that out with a different one later. Mainly because I forgot the one I bought won't fit there. So that's going as is for now. I'm just getting the wiring touched up for the radio, or ready to hook up to the radio. That's going to take me a couple because I got to go through and make sure I got each speaker connected to the right place. And then from there, the audio wire and the remote wire are already ran back here into the trunk for an amp. So I just got to run a power and ground from the battery pretty much, as I think is the plan. At least the power directly from the battery. The ground I'll probably have in there somewhere in the trunk. And after that's done, I can start figuring out seats. But I'm probably going to wait until after I can do the, do the center hump. And that kind of killed my motivation, because I was hoping to get this all done tonight. But since Bowling Green O'Reilly's did not come through with the stuff they were supposed to, and send it to Finley like they were supposed to, I can't finish it. So I'm not blaming them for killing my motivation. My motivation's been kind of all over the place today anyway. The speaker debacle definitely didn't help. So yeah, this might not get finished till the next 4 set, but this has come a long way real quick. And by that point, I should have this trim piece too, so I can actually have the entire interior done and figure out if I'm getting the window fully mounted yet, or if I'm looking for another set of fenders. So yeah, the windshield is not mounted to the car yet, because I've been kind of watching for a new set of fenders. There was a fiberglass pair that popped up for sale I should have bought. But, yeah. So, alright, enough of me yapping. I'm going to get back to wiring. I'll bring you guys back when I can show you that it works. Even have an antenna. So, it's going to be fun. Alright, so, the radio is installed. All the wiring is done. Excuse me, guys. The charging port works. The cigarette lighter works. All 4 speakers are working and sounding fairly decent. I wish I could show you that part. I just got to figure out how I can get that on film and do it at the same time because I use my phone for all of it. So I got to figure that out. I'm probably going to steal my daughter's tablet for a little bit. But before we do that, there's still the whole... I don't have any of the boom booms in the trunk because they're all up there yet. So we're going to get that done and get that figured out. I'm honestly debating on mounting the amp here and running the wiring through, but I think that's just going to look tacky. So the amp is probably going to get mounted to the back of the box. And then everything mounted back here, just kind of laying in the trunk. It'll be fine. That'll be good enough. Whew. I'm tired. This has been a long day. I've been working out here off and on this since about about 9 o'clock this morning. No, 11 o'clock. We were at breakfast at 9:30, 10 o'clock. So, yeah. And it is currently 1 a.m. So, I've been at it for a while today. Although, I will say, I feel like my progress has been good. Given the things that's kind of held me up. I'm relatively happy with it. This is looking like a halfway decent interior. Considering 24 hours ago, this looked like shit. This didn't even look like it was a drivable car, let alone throw a set of seats in it and it's ready to go. So I'm chalking this up as a win so far. Yeah, we'll see how it turns out when we're done though. So next thing's next, and that's the amp. I would show you guys me wiring it, but you guys have watched me wire so much stuff at this point. The last like 3 to 4 videos. I don't want to show you more of it. At this point, I'd rather show you me mounting the seats. I feel like that'd be more entertaining. So we're gonna get the rest of this wiring wrapped up. That's probably where I'll call it a night, is once that's done. And then once that stuff comes in to finish the tunnel, I'll bring you guys in, show you guys me doing that and putting the seats in. And that's probably where we'll end this video. Well, it is official. My MG has way more bass than an MG was ever supposed to have. Still trying to figure out how I'm going to show you that this is working. I thought I was having an issue where I thought I pinched one of my one of the audio cables, and it was throwing the amp into protect mode. But what it actually was the amp ground wasn't all that great. And it was actually trying to ground using the cables by using the ground in them. And that was just enough to get it to turn on, but not enough to make it work. So that's fixed. That is now working. The amp is turned down because it's already thumping way harder than I want, especially at 2 in the morning. So I don't want to thump my neighbors awake and piss them off. So it's off. Yeah. That's working way better than expected. Especially with it being a 10. Never had good luck with 10s actually sounding decent. That one's sounding really good. I'm not going to argue it. It's about the right size for this car. Although I would like that box in there instead. Just because I think it's going to take up less space. I'll figure that out later. I think that other 10's actually a better 10 than the one that's in the car too. So definitely want to try to figure that out. So, but unfortunately, I think that's where I got caught quits for tonight until I can get the rest of the stuff to finish the interior. So, that's it. I'm not ending the video here, but this is all I can do tonight, which sucks because I need to stay up for like another 4 hours yet. And I could totally be mounting seats and stuff, but I don't want to go through the hassle of mounting the seats. Just have to take them back out to redo this. And I'm still honestly debating on which set of seats I want to put in. Because obviously the MGB seats are going to fit it very well. And they make the most sense. But both of them need work. The rubber underside of the seats. Let me show you. The rubber underside of the seats is completely blown apart and destroyed. So in order for them to work really well, I kind of need to rebuild them. And the leather's separating anyway. So it's kind of they need completely rebuilt. But I also have this set of seats tucked up here in the rafters that are out of, I believe, a Saturn. That have some very simple seat mounts. But they're not going to look as good, or maybe not even fit as well, realistically, as the stock MGB seats would, obviously. So I've got some things I got to figure out, because I think I'll be more comfortable in these, but those obviously fit the car better. And the image in my head, when it's completely finished, was actually those seats without the headrests. So that's kind of the look I want. I just don't think I'm going to get the look as well as I want with either set of seats that I have. So those might be the temporary permanent fix. But we'll figure that out the next 4 set off, though. So it's like almost 11 o'clock at night. She's trying to help me get this done quick after she just got done with work. She's at least going to help me get the carpet laid down, and I'm on my own with the seats, I'm assuming, because I'm guessing here very shortly she's going to bed. So.
Actually, we have 2 kids that need to get to bed.
Yeah, I know. So, we're just finishing the center hump here. We've also realized I should have did the center hump first, not last, but I wasn't planning on doing the center hump or the carpeting at all originally, so, you know, details. Yeah, we're going to get this glued down, and then I'll bring you guys back, because I've kind of made a decision about seats, sort of. We'll see. So, it's like the third 4 set since I've started this off of work. I have been lazy as hell about it, and I finally got a seat bolted in. I got part of the center console over there drying because I put the vinyl fabric paint on it to kind of make it look less crappy. Not gonna lie, I'm not exactly happy with the seat, but it'll do for now, I guess is the best way to say it. So let's get the other one in and get that done. And honestly, just get this video wrapped up. This interior has been taking way too long. Well, after getting unstruck by the lazy, the seats are in. Both of them are in. Both of them are bolted down. No, neither one of them are bolted down to their original holes. This one I have over a little farther than that one, because that one's actually a little bit more centered. But this one, oh, excuse me, guys. This one I kind of intentionally mounted over too far because of the wiring harness. It just gives more room and hopefully stops anything from happening to it. So, next thing is I should probably try to find my tripod, set you guys up, and get these seats cleaned up. So, and from that, we will hop over to finishing up the center console, which in turn, other than a shifter knob, I think has the interior done. So maybe I'll run to O'Reilly's quick and see if they have a shifter knob before they close. That sounds like a good plan. there it is. Now, there's still a few things that could change. One of them being, I got to get the top cap for this door from my buddy Ryan. And I'm really debating on losing the headrests. Just not a huge fan of them. I think with the look of the car, I think if the seats is no taller than the rest of the car, would look pretty good. Yeah. But I will say, this looks 100% better than it did. By a long shot. And we now got working door handles. We got mirrors. I found the mirrors, and I didn't decide to bolt in there. That's where they bolted on. Would have never figured that one. This is really starting to feel like a car now. The interior is just a massive help to make this feel like it's got a chance of being roadworthy. We still got a few more things to do before we're at that point. Namely, that thing sitting down there on the floor needs rebuilt and put under there. Obviously, the hood still needs bolted on. And the one little tiny bit of wiring I still need to do is the fuel pump. I've not been under the car to wire that in yet. But after that, realistically, after the fuel pump's hooked up and I set the hood on, we can go for a little test drive. Now, that being said, I know at least one of these wheel bearings is loose. The brakes don't exactly work perfect. The clutch needs bled some more. But yeah, we're at a point where this is theoretically a moving car that we can hop in, sit down, and drive. And we really don't have that much more to do, I guess. Come to think about it. Because I don't really need to rebuild that suspension to put on here. I want to. Because that K-member, or cross member, whatever you want to call it, sets about an inch lower than the stock one that's on this car right now. Because that's off of a 72, which is a chrome bumper car, and this is a 75 rubber bumper car. So that sets a lot lower, which is going to just completely change the look of this thing, especially if those shorter springs I have work. So yeah. But as far as interior goes, I think this is as good as it's going to get, guys. I've decided I am going to make like a little bracket or something so I can stick the, speedometer. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. Down here. So it's in a more usable spot where I'm not going to break the wire a second time. Yeah. I pushed it in there and it kind of broke the wire. So it no longer lights up. Hopefully that's going to be easy to find. It's just a generic USB wire, but it's like the old school USB before USB-C. So I got to see if I got any phone chargers left from that stuff. Yeah. I mean, it's awesome. And this thing's so much more up-to-date interior-wise than any other MG's ever normally going to be. Got a working radio with Bluetooth. It's got USB ports for, charging your phone along with a cigarette lighter. It's got door speakers. It's got rear speakers. It's got all working gauges, which is weird for an MG, at least for me. Yeah. This is turning out freaking awesome. So yeah. Alright, I'm going to stop rambling. I will see you guys next time. Next time we're working on this, it might be the suspension. I haven't quite made up my mind yet. I don't know. So yeah. I'm also going to try to get the Spitfire, not Spitfire, but the GT6 in here for a video here relatively soon. Because if not, I'm going to just keep focusing on this and get burnt out. So that needs to come in, I think, get parked in between all these things and have 4 in here over the winter, which is mind-blowing. And do a video on that. Just kind of get it cleaned up and talk about it a little bit. Yeah. But okay, until then, see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. And as always, like, share, subscribe, blah, 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 blah. Have a good one. Bye-bye.